With a campus of over 28,000 students, there's a huge array of cultures here, and Islam is one of the most profound out there. I think it's absolutely fantastic that these educational events are going on, that people are learning about each other's cultures. Only through learning about the way one another live, we can really understand and embrace one another.
I think in general people are quite negative about Islam. I think people are quite ignorant about it. They don't really know a lot about it. They just kind of read the Sun of Daily Mail, something sensationalist, and kind of think it's a religion that wants all women to live under Sharia law and wants to bomb everyone, which is kind of it's ridiculous. That's not true. And I think a lot of people would benefit from just learning a lot about Islam and a lot of just general other issues. On campus, I think it's a bit more positive. As learning institutions, I think people are a bit more open to learning about new things. And
I think Islam Awareness Week is absolutely fantastic. I think it's been great to meet people, and the food is delicious. I have to say that too. And I think it's a brilliant idea to get students talking about religion, talking about Islam, and finding out about different ways of living in different cultures. I think as a university we can do more to support our religious societies, and I think that it's great to see Awareness Week like this. In the world generally, I've got lots of friends who follow Islam very, very closely, and I think it's a shame that a small minority sadly give millions and billions of others a bad name, which I don't think is fair at all. And I think that's why it'd be a great idea if everyone turned up to Islam Awareness Week and meet some people and find out what Islam is all about.
Basically, I think I enjoyed Islamic Awareness Week. I went in, I learned a lot. I had a long chat with one of the sisters inside about different things. There's some things I disagree on, particularly on the attitude towards gay people. But there's a lot of things I learned about it, and I think it worked well. I think people in Britain and people on this campus, I've seen a lot of unbelievably ignorant about Islam, really ignorant, to the point of basically racism. And I think you guys have done a really good to hopefully get people engaged in it and knowing more about it.
I think in general, you would hope there's a lot of awareness, but I think the general negative perception kind of seeps in on campus. So I think it's really important to raise awareness of things like that, so to kind of challenge people's negative perception.
Well, I think Islamic Awareness Week has been a good thing because in this country, particularly over the last few years, particularly since the Iraq War and all these sorts of things, Muslims have been very vilified in the media. There have been big bad stereotypes about Muslims, and most people don't realise who they are. They think they're massive extremists, and I think this sort of thing is very good to raise awareness that they're normal people, they have their own beliefs just like you and me, and we're not incompatible. But it's not like you're English or you're Muslim, you can be both, and I think it's a great thing to happen. So, yeah.
I thought Islamic Awareness Week was well run because it was slightly out of the way, but it's still it was easy to make yourself aware of it. When I went in, it was quite interesting. I got given a free copy of the Quran, which is interesting because I always wanted to read it. People were very friendly inside, and I thought it was quite important, especially on university campuses, to get people to understand that most Muslims are moderate, and because I think there's some sense of the fear of growing radicalised Islam on campuses that most people out there who are Muslim obviously just normal guys. That's very well.
Okay. I don't know that much about Islam. I do have a few friends that are Muslim, and I do ask them a lot of questions about the religion and learn things about it. I think it tends to get a very negative rep because I think a lot of the sort of publicity that you see about it, obviously on the news and things, is very negative. And I think that where you do have moderate Muslims, and I know there are a few who I am friends with, and I think that they need to do more to sort of give the religion a more positive slant, both in the media and just generally as well, because I think that a lot of people associate Islam with negativity, and people need to do more to change
I do really like how there are different things going on in terms of different cultures and different religions on campus. I think it's really great. In fact, I think there should be more really, because I think it's an important thing to a lot of people. Probably most people at uni have some kind of belief in something, so I think it's important. So yeah, I should like it.
So Stig, what do you think of Islam? How was your day? I understand completely. Thank you for that heartwarming response.
I think I have a different view on Islam than what's portrayed in the media because I actually study religious studies at university. So I've studied like Islamic texts in more detail, so I see the religion for what it really is, and what it promotes. So I think it's bad as well what the media portrays it as, because I think it's a false impression.
Lewis Hamilton quicker than you around the track.